Hi everyone, I hope everyone is well. I hope you're having some crafty fun this week. Before we get started, can I just say a huge hello to all my new subscribers. It's so lovely to have you here and thank you so much for supporting me. And secondly, can I say a wee shout out to the lovely Gemma Lee Crafts. Gemma has a YouTube channel here too, sharing her crafty makes. And she also has been sharing my channel and some of my makes, so thank you so much, Gemma. It really means a lot to me. And from her subscribers that popped along and joined me, thank you for coming along. I'll leave a link to her channel below so you can check out some of the makes that she's been doing and also see some of the little look-throughs that she does from the crafty mags, and you might even spy some of my makes there too. Now today we're going to be creating some Christmas decorations. So I designed a basic sort of bauble shape, as you can see. Nothing, sorry about the flickers, but if you've got a die in a similar way, you could make this yourself. So the first one I designed, I used the fancy sort of bit, as you can see. And it would hang up. And I've added these swirly bits on it, and then I used it without the swirly bits and made this one using some just gorgeous pattern papers, some dies and things. So this is what we're going to be doing. So I'll leave a link to the pattern below so you can either cut it out by hand or you can cut it out as an SVG, which means you would have to do these. The only thing I've noticed, I've reduced the size for this video and it was tearing up. I think I need a new blade, so I'm not going to use these ones today, but you can see what they look like. So I don't really need to show you that one again. So I'm going to go and cut everything out and then we can get started. I had a wee nose through all my Christmassy papers and I found this old Dovecraft one, Winter Sparkle, with this sort of rose gold and greys and pinky tones. I thought it'd be perfect. I also had this new one, Peppermint Kisses it is, and it's a double-sided pattern paper, all Christmassy themed. So I've cut out both, as you can see, and I've got some green and pink card for the one with the Peppermint Kisses, and I cut grey card for the Dovecraft one. So I've done that. I'll just move it out of the way. If anyone wants to know, the blue one, I used these papers. Sorry, I should have said that. For the blue one, I used these pattern papers again. And if anyone's looking, this is a really old paper, but they have a similar one at the moment out, Crafter's Companion. So I'll leave a link to that below. So firstly, what you're going to do, I'll move one to the side, is you're going to decide if you're going to add some colour around the edges. Sorry, my printer's just decided to make some noises. I have my small ones, I've got some green to go round about, and for the larger size I have some pink to go round about. And you can see, just leaving the border. But what I want to do is add some ink as I do around the edges of everything. So I'm going to use some green for the green one and some pink for the pink one, I think. I've got GO5 for the green, and for the pink we'll use another bright pink. We've got RV25. So just quickly, all I'm going to do is not go all over it, but that's alright. Like so. Ignore the wee edge I went off. You don't need to worry about the hole. Even when you cut yours out, you don't need to add that in. I just had it in case anybody actually wanted to use it as a Christmas decoration. I'm going to do that on all of them with the pink, and I'll just show you quickly with the green. There we go. So I'll do that, you don't need to sit and watch me do that. And on these ones I will also add an edge round. I'll maybe use a light pinky toned, some rose gold type colour. So I'll go and do that and I'll be back. I used the T6 on the edge of my grey ones, as you can see, but also on the pattern papers I used E70, and it just gives a slightly darker version of what the pattern papers look like. Next, what you want to do is you're going to half everyone right down the middle. So a quick way to do that, I'll show you, is with a scoreboard. So if you have your scoreboard and find the middle of each one, and then just fold in half. I'll do another one just to show you. It's really simple. There you go. And you're going to have your pattern papers as well, just be more careful with your paper. I don't want to tear it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to glue these right in the centre. Like so. You're going to do that for all of them. I forgot to say, what you need is a minimum of 24 for each piece, because you have 4 gathered together. So you've got your 4. You need 24 for each one. For the grey and rose gold one, I've also cut an extra 12 of the small ones, and that's because instead of putting them in the spaces, I'll just show you quickly, sorry. So for this one I've got 24, so I've got 4 in each part, but for this one I added 2 to each bit because it's double-sided, you can see, but I want to add 3 instead this time. I think it'd be quite nice if I show you these ones. You have a 3 so that you've got a slightly open one in the middle, like that, instead of the closed off, so you don't see the like that bit. So if you just score all your pieces and then glue on your pattern paper layers, you don't need to see me do that, it's really easy, and then we'll come back. So I've glued on all the layers. So next what we want to do is you're going to just stick your 4 bobble shapes together. Like that. It's nice and easy. Oh. If you wanted, you could just have 3s. It look a bit like that, but I think the 4 makes it a bit fuller, especially if you're having a double-sided one. There we go. Instead of pattern paper, you could use an embossing folder and then use some of your distress inks and add some ink to the edges instead of the pattern paper, or you could cut out the decorative panel like I made. It's really up to you. Once you've got the basic shape, you can do anything. You could make more layers if you know how to do that on your silhouette or your cricket, and make 3 layers on it. You could have glitter layers, I mean anything. Lots of sparkle at Christmas, of course, is the best thing. You could reduce this right down and make smaller ones. Perfect for going on the tree, but I wanted to make something a bit bigger that could hang freely. Before you make up one of them, you're going to add your hanging ribbon. On the other ones, I just stuck it in, but it would be nice to have it slightly hidden. So after I put the 3 on, I can feed a bit of ribbon through to make my hanging look. I've got some pink ribbon for this one, and I've looked out some grey for that one, and all I'm going to do is cut a length of ribbon, excuse me, and I'm going to glue it this way, because my hanging look's going to come from this point instead. So what I'll do is I'll just glue that in there. You don't need to such a long length, but it's just to show you really. Like that. You could use a wee bit of hot glue to hold it in place. There we go. All ready to hang. So I'm just going to repeat that for all my layers, but remember for this one, if you want to do it, I'm only using the 3 instead. I'm going to glue it like that. So you just want to use 3 on that one. So I'll just continue doing these. That's me done all the little panel bits for the bauble ornament, and you can see on the 3 sides I've left it open on the back so that when I push it down it will sit open on the top. I've also added the ribbon. I just added the silver one for that one, and as you see I've just got the pink one for that one. Now what you want to do is you're going to die cut some circles for the middle. I've got just some ones like this. I've also, for this one, I've cut 2 strips at 1.5 by 12, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to score these at probably 1/4 inch panels, and then I'm going to concertina them. So I'm just going to die cut some circles for this, and then we can get started on the next step. I've used some older circle dies, and I've die cut my double layers, so you'll need 2 for each side. So I've got my cards and my pattern layer, and the same for this one. And also I should have said you need 4, not 2, because you need 2 for each side. And I've just edged with the green on the one side, so that I don't have to try and get in when I've concertinaed it. So what we're going to do is concertina these first. I'll just move everything out the way. Sorry about the noise. And I actually think I'm going to do it on the centimetre side, so I don't need to try and see the 1/4 inches. So I'm going to concertina on individual centimetres, just to make it easy. Sorry if my head comes in. And I know it's not quite a centimetre at the end, but I can trim that off. And then all I'm doing is concertinaing it, holding it backwards and forwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat it for those other 3. now that I've got the four, what I want to do is I'm going to glue them together. So I'm going to cut off this one here. You're cutting off one in the wee end bit, and these will glue together. And then we're just going to repeat on the other side. So on each one, you're cutting off one panel or 1 centimetre and the little end section. So, and then you're just going to add glue and glue them together. And one this side. And then it's just a matter of pushing it in and bringing them together. The best way I find doing that is if you've got a little scrap of card, just make sure that it's smaller than your circle. Just a bit more. And what you do is add your hot glue on and push down onto the card and inwards so that it takes hold and it will stay in place. I've just written in my hot glue. And before anybody asks, I left my glue gun on again. As you can see, it's kind of burnt at the end. Don't tell my husband. Give that just a minute or two to heat up. While that's heating up, I'll just show you quickly what else I've done. So off camera, for the green and pink one, I have die cut some flower poinsettia shapes with little stamens. Sorry about the dog. So I used my Chloe's dies, so I've used the Christmas Magnolia. And what I've done is I've stamped on white card with a pearlescent embossing powder. It was the white pearl superfine. So it's just got a shine to it. Then I've inked the middle with some distressed oxides. The ones I used were mustard seed, mowed lawn, and kitsched flamingo. I'm sure that's how you say that. And the stamens are the yellow and the green. And I've just added pink onto the back, just so when I shape them. I've also got lots of gems ready to go. And for the other one, what I've done was, again, I've got the die cut circles, and I just have a whole load of different snowflakes cut from rose gold mirror card and some of the pattern paper, the grey cardstock even, and more gems. And I used again a really old die set from Crafter's Companion, but any snowflake die set would work great. I just like that one, so that's what I've done there. So let's see if this glue is ready to go. Yep. So I'm going to add a big blob in the middle. I'm going to bring this, making sure the green part is on the outside, and I'm going to bring it into the cardstock best I can. Moved a little. Hold it in place just so that the glue takes hold. You could add something on top to hold it in place. And once that glue takes hold, that should stay. But I won't take my hand away just yet. There we go, and I'm just going to flip it over. Add a teeny bit more glue on that back bit there, since I missed it. a little scrap to hold in place. And fix the back. And there we go, your wee concertina rosette. And your circles are going to sit on top anyway. If you wanted it slightly bigger than the circle, you could always bring it out a bit more. You could use a basic circle shape, pop it in the centre in your space and push into it, or even for a wider one, use your glue bottle. Yeah, I think that one will be perfect for me. I'll just cut another wee bit of scrap. That one didn't want to go for some reason. No idea what I've done wrong there. Moved the card into the wrong place now. So all I'm going to do is quickly lift it while it's still wet. Try and hold it. Rubber glue. Don't put your finger in the glue, whatever you do. And pop it back. Not the neatest, but you're not going to see that part, so I wouldn't worry. There we go. That one's just a wee bit bigger on the top because I couldn't get it to come in. I should have practiced before I put it on the card, so don't do like I did that time. What I'm going to do while I've got it sitting, I'm going to add my first layer. I'm just going to use some hot glue on the top of this one. And pop it on. And so I'll just hold it together. Not perfectly centered. Your next layer, you can decide whether you're going to just put it straight on or you're going to add some foam pads. I think I'll use some foam pads this time. This on top. Right center. So next what we're going to do is make up the decoration. This is basically all you're doing, is gluing these 6 together, keeping this one at the top. You could glue them onto a scrap of card if it's easier. All I'm going to do is glue the sides. Like so. And just hold it. And then repeat this side. Then I'll just work my way around. This one I'm adding glue on both sides. You'll get your basic shape. Then with these ones, I'm going to glue them in between the spaces. I'm going to point them up this time. And what you're going to do is you're going to glue this on top. I'll give that side a chance to take hold and then I'll pop that on the other side. So for my decoration, what I did was cut 2 large, 2 medium, and 2 small for the front and the back. Then I've cut another 6 small along with the 3 petals. And I'm going to glue these all together. And I'm going to have these 3 on each side with the big one in the middle. And all I'm going to do is quickly shape them. So if anyone's watched my videos before, I use the method that I've seen the lovely Chloe do. So I put my tweezers down the petal and I twist. And then I will turn so that they go a slightly different direction. And then I'll bring the petals in. And then repeat on the medium sized ones. Now I'll glue that in there. Like so. And then I'll add on my stamen into the middle. I'll add some gems once I'm done, and I'm going to stick this one right in the middle. So I'll have one for either side, and then for the little ones, I'm just going to repeat what I've done there. Like so. I'll have these on the edges. All my wee flowers all made, so I'm just going to move everything to the side just now. So this one is going to just be made, the middles are just made up similar. You could have it as 5 if you don't want 6. Like so, but instead, these are going to be glued in here. So what I'll do is I'll glue these together first. Seconds. And like that, a basic star shape. And then I'm just going to add glue onto these. I'm going to put them in this part here. So, and I'm just going to repeat all the way around, and I'll need to put them on the other side as well. What I'm doing is lining up where this wee ridge is. Easier to use the glue. Let's see. Quicker with hot glue. Not quite got it right angle, but it's inside. There we go. For this one, I've got my circles again, and I'm going to add on this one like so, and then add on my top, just like I did with that one. I mean, you could add the concertina on again if you wanted in one of the colours. Up to you, you could do anything you want, remember. I'm just giving you ideas. Just repeat on the other side. There we go. I've got both sides done now, and all we're going to do is decorate both of them now. So I'll get everything. I'll go and get everything ready to go, and we can get started on the decorating. For decorating, what I'm going to do is I have got my large snowflake, a medium snowflake, and a small snowflake, and I'm going to stack them and put them in the centre. And then I'm going to add either a gorgeous little decorative gem, or I've got some just basic gems. So I'm just going to decorate. You can do it any way you want. You don't have to follow along, and then we'll move on to the next one. That's me finished. And you can see they're all dry now, all the glue's all set. Everything's looking sparkly. You could add some more glitter on the edges if you want. I mean, that would really bring them up, bring them alive. You don't have to. I mean, look. I mean, they just shine just as is, and they're ready to hang. I know you can't really see from this angle, but I mean, you could add things in those spaces as well if you want. But I mean, you're only going to really see them from that side anyway. It'd be perfect if you did them all different styles but the same colour from a window. You'd hang them down. I mean, if I bring the other ones in, you can see the difference. I mean, these ones are slightly bigger, as you can see. I've cut these out just a bit little smaller, so they're just a wee bit different. I mean, all the different styles. You could cut out those decorative panels I created, and hopefully we'll have blades next week so that I can cut out my next lot of things I'm making for yous. But you can see all you're needing is your 4 glued together to get your basic frame for your decorative ornament, and then you can have your 4 in here, or like this one, it only has 2 glued into the tops, or as you've seen, this one has the 3. But go crazy, you could add more or less. You could have a 5 or a 4, whatever you want. It's up to you. Cut them out in any size. In this one, I've added some glitter onto the edges. You can see it just makes it pop a wee bit more. In this one, I've added the glitter onto the snowflakes, just makes it sparkle. But it's up to you what you want to do. You could do anything with these. As long as I've gave you the basic shape, you're ready to go. Even if you have a bell type snowflake shape, you could create this yourself. You don't need to use the template that I've created. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm sorry that it's a wee bit up and down. I never checked my notes when I was starting the video. Always check your notes. Hopefully the next one will be back to normal. Again, please, I know I'll go on and on. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really, really helps my channel. And if you're not already, maybe subscribe. And thanks again to Gemma for sending over some of her followers. It really, really is so nice to hear. And until next time, bye.